Blog Talk Radio.
Check out the full episode of this on MENTELLECT Patreon. Why do I say that? Because it's a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage like getting in fights, men get in fights, right? And you're forced to have to defend yourself. You're going to have times where your life is in danger, where you're going to have to fight yourself up out of a situation. Hell, I said this before, if a man ain't really been in a fight, if you ain't been in no real fight, you ain't no man. Because men are forced to defend themselves physically, and they have to defend themselves emotionally. And that's where the whole woman thing comes in at. Before I go into this, can everybody hear me? I want to make sure I'm coming in class, because of course, you're going to want your son to throw hands or whatnot. You're going to want your son to have a fight or two. Your son needs to get toughened up and whatnot so he won't be soft. You might have to get in a few street fights and stuff like that, throw his hands up, defend himself, show that he's not a coward, show that he can hold his own in the world. A father wants to see that from his son. I'm not saying you automatically want your son to go out here in the world and just get in fights aimlessly and things, but less of my fathers, real fathers try to have their sons doing along with learning the instruments too, but fathers, you should also have your sons learn the self-defense techniques, how to, box and do little things and combat, fighting, boxing. Get into that in boxing, get into it with your son, you know what I'm saying? And, they can hold their own. It's good when they get into that being young, because you want them to know how to defend themselves. And you, as fathers, have to have talks with your sons about women, right? See, mothers can do but so much. They can kind of talk to their sons about women, but sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes women, when they're in that female mentality, sometimes they're not going to keep it all the way real. They're going to be skewed in their, evaluation and judgment on women, because, they feel as though they got to protect the sisterhood. Some of these, women who have these female moments where they feel as though they have to withhold, the ways of women to their sons, and that's wrong. You got some women who will keep it all the way real with their sons and let them know, look, you're going to get hurt by women. You're going to get hurt by women, girls, things like that. You're going to care for a girl, care for a woman, and she might not care for you as much. You're saying the same thing goes for girls. They have the same thing where they might care for a boy or a man and he don't care for her as much. So girls go through that too. And it's good to have that shattered in your life early. For the complete broadcast, you're going to have to go to MENTELLECT Patreon. Go to MENTELLECT Patreon for this complete broadcast, because it will not, I guarantee you, it will not be on YouTube. Subscribe to MENTELLECT Patreon and join the American Republic. Subscribe to Ethnic American Channel with Sister Enra Venzetta. That's our channel, the Ethnic American Channel. And subscribe to High and Mighty Talks on YouTube with NUBEN MENKARAYZZ.